All right, Joe, talk to us about Roku. We're gonna let Joe do a victory lap right now. This is me offering him an olive branch. Joe's gonna do his victory lap on Roku. We're gonna start with what was the thesis for Roku when you first decided to take the plunge?
When did you first decide to take the plunge as well?
It was like shortly after the IPO, 2017, 2018.
Oh, you're a post-IPO guy.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to get it. We need to change those laws.
All right, so what happened with Roku?
No, so Roku, the main story is, a lot of people don't know this, but Roku was actually founded within Netflix. So Netflix was originally going to go out and create a hardware service. They iterated on it for a couple of years, and then eventually they said, hey, we want to be agnostic to hardware, and we're just going to kind of spin it out and divest it. So Roku was born in 2007. They worked at it for 10 or so years, and then they went public in 2017, 2018. And my main thought process behind it was actually pretty simple. It was just that, it's more of a play on cord cutting, right? So the idea that cable was going to continue to decline in the United States and abroad, and more people were going to search for streaming content. And not only streaming content, but Roku was very clear from the beginning that they were more focused on free and ad-supported content because they believed that people's entertainment budgets were going to shrink as more of these services, as 2017, all these companies were going out and making these premium services that were $10, $15, $20 a month. So they said, hey, look, we're going to keep ours free and we're going to make most of our money on advertising. So the way they do it is they sell a couple hardware products now. They have the streaming stick that is very similar to Amazon's Fire Stick, and they have like an actual hard unit, like a block. But most of their units, the stat that really surprised me, and I've told you guys about this in the past, was when I looked at it first, I saw that I think it was nearly 1/3 of all televisions sold within the US, and I think Canada also, included a Roku already built into the TV. So you go to Walmart, wherever you go, Best Buy, you buy a TV, 1 out of every 3 sold there already included Roku installed on the unit. So the chances were, and a lot of those TVs were the cheaper ones, right? So if you look at the chart we have on the screen now, that's really helped Roku from a market share standpoint. They own about 50% of the streaming devices worldwide. And the craziest part about this chart is that number is even higher if you just look within US and Canada. They're only in about 20 countries so far, and they're really just starting to expand internationally. So they have a massive market share, especially kind of here domestically in the United States. And that was really because they went and they said, hey, look, we're not just going to produce the device, the hardware. We're going to go in, we're actually going to get installed in every single TV that you guys go and purchase.
All right, I have questions.
Let's hear it.
Who are the competitors to Roku? Is it like an Amazon Fire Stick?
Yeah, it's all the ones on those charts, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple. So they're about 2 times bigger than Amazon. They're much bigger, maybe 6 or 7 times bigger than Apple TV. But it's all those streaming platforms. But the unique thing is it's really just a marketplace, right? So they offer you the ability to go on. You can watch your HBO, you can watch your Hulu, you can watch all those kind of different streaming platforms within their unit, and then they just charge an advertising fee. They make money on ads, and then they make money for kind of referral fees. So anytime you sign up for Hulu through the Roku device, they get a kickback.
Okay. This chart right here shows that smart TVs, which was part of your thesis, saw 200% growth from Q3 2019 to Q3 2020. Now, I'm assuming that a lot of that has to do with pandemic. So let's handicap it at it doubled, right? Is the thought process that if smart TVs continue to gain adoption, then Roku continues to do well? Or do they have other ways of getting more customers? Right now, they reported 55.1 million active customers and 17 billion streaming hours, which is nuts.
Yeah, so I think a lot of it is just the continued adoption of streaming services, right, and platforms. So if you look at, I don't have them handy, but everyone knows cord cutting is accelerating to some degree here in the United States. It's been a trend for a while, but over the course of the pandemic, it's actually accelerated. So, people are unsubscribing from their cable packages every single day. Roku is gaining market share in that area. So this chart shows it perfectly. Traditional TVs down about 20% year over year in Q2. Roku was up 19%, and the average streaming platform was down 2%. So Roku is expanding aggressively internationally. Average TV streaming platform. What?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chart. John, do you see why I'm saying? Do you see the asterisk? According to Nielsen, for persons 2 years of age or older in the United States.
That's how they measure statistics. What do you want them to do?
That's how media companies measure.
2 years old?
Whatever. It's equal for everyone. Just as many babies are watching traditional TV.
No, but that's how you get.
That's crazy.
That's how you get a
Yeah.
whole picture of the entire demographic. So a lot of these companies, they'll break it down by 2+, 15 to 18 years old. You can break it down by whatever age and gender demographics you want.
How you know so much about this?
I used to work for one of those companies.
but the general idea, right, is just like it didn't really take that much. The conviction was high because I thought that I like most people back then in 2017, 2018, realized cord cutting was going to become a thing, right? And it was going to continue to get more aggressive. More people were going to do it. More streaming services were going to come out of it. And Roku, more than anyone, had the opportunity to own most of that market share, which they've executed on. And that's why the stock has gone up so high. So they're growing quarters up 50%, 60% a quarter year over year. That's going to slow down over time as those comps become harder, but they own 50% of the market right now. And that was really because they had the ability to put all of these units within the television. So literally, if you went any TV, it's 1/3 of all TVs, but any TV essentially under like $200 has a Roku in it in the United States.
All right. So when we look at the numbers, 28% year over year growth for active accounts. They now have 55 million, 19% year-over-year growth for streaming hours, which is measured in the billions. And then the average revenue per user is up 46% year-over-year.
That's my favorite stat on this chart.
Yeah, they make what? I didn't see it, but it's like $30-something, right?
$36.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah. So
The platform revenue is up 117% year-over-year. The gross profit is up 149% year-over-year. But the revenue estimate was 645 million. They missed. They came in at 613 million. But the earnings per share estimate was 13 cents, and they came in at 52 cents.
Yeah, so
What
that's the thing though. Like these comps are going to get too hard the stock was valued. It went
Excuse
up to
me.
like 500 something. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Eventually, these estimates become too difficult to hit. Right, you're still having 30, 50, 60% growth in most categories. But when you start to look at it from the standpoint of, hey, we need to do this every quarter, year over year, it becomes challenging when you're not growing as aggressively domestically. So now they're searching in international markets and stuff. But when you own 50% of the market and you're able to charge, you're able to make $30 per revenue off of each customer, it's obviously impressive. And as this market continues to grow from an absolute basis, as more people continue to cord cut, then we'll see their revenue and kind of their user base grow over time.
I'd love to see their cost of customer acquisition as well. I feel like that's super low for them.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you think about it being already installed in the TVs,
Yeah.
that lowers it.
So can I bring up one negative data point? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Devil's
Let's hear it.
advocate.
No, not devil's advocate. I actually
Well,
think-
let's be clear. Your boy's out the stock.
wait.
Your boy's
Wait,
out.
hold on,
Mostly out. Like
we
95%
should do this. Hold on.
out.
Do we have the stock price?
I don't want to lie.
Do we have the
95%.
stock price? Hold on. Do we have the stock price?
Let me see.
Let's see. Let's pull up the stock price because I want to be clear that Joe, this was a very good investment. Joe was correct. He ended
Say
up
that
making
again.
money. No,
I'll clap it
very
up.
good.
You clap
Very
for
good.
your winners.
What was it? 10x?
This is what I call
10x.
Yeah, this is what I call the 10x dance.
Boop.
Wait, what is the 10x dance?
Boop.
But were you only up 10x?
Yeah. Oh, Bitcoin did this.
No. what was the What was the percentage?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, 1,000%. Something like that.
1,000%. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
give or take.
Good job. Nice.
Clap it up for Joe. That's what I'm talking about, Zach.
Very good. Very good. Now, why did the stock fall? They are actually down 1 billion streaming hours from Q1 to Q2 in 2021. And people are saying that, everyone was locked in their house last, Q2, Q3. And now that they're coming out, they're not watching as much television with Roku. Is that a concern? Now that you are a minuscule Roku investor rather than a big Roku investor, can we go to the 5-year chart right there? So, Joe, if you go all the way to the left of the chart,
left corner there, post IPO.
no, farther. Joe was buying
I
in
was
here.
somewhere in this area,
Do you know when you first bought it? Do you remember what the price was?
Yeah, it was like 30 something, but the cost basis probably.
Oh,
over time was
30.
like-
Oh, we got to go real far back.
it wasn't.
you
It
go
was like
all in?
it was.
Yeah.
It
Did
was
you go
like
all in,
yeah.
or
It was like in
average
that kind of like little area. So I had to wait.
So
yeah.
around 2018.
No, but 30s, 40s, yeah, right in there.
Was it
I
30s
bought
or
multiple
40s?
ti-
That's a big
Hey, I was dollar cost averaging multiple times. Chill.
All right.
Chill. It's good strategy.
All right. And then
Where'd you
where were you
cash out?
selling?
Yeah, I was. You see that really high peak? I was right on the back side of that. Right over there somewhere.
Like in the 390s?
350 plus.
Yeah. Like I think I was probably right around where we are now, to be honest. Like 350, 400.
So why did you sell?
For those same reasons.
Why?
It was valued really at a super high multiple because it's a growth company. And as they reach their kind of potential within the US, it's going to be difficult to match those comps. So like they're up 50, 60% the other day and the stock fell because they didn't meet estimates, right? So it's challenging. And then, you're playing back into the pandemic, right? So it's the same reason Peloton stock declined when the vaccine rolled out and all these other things, because people are returning. They're not going to watch as much TV at home. And
What other stocks do you own? Let's just get that out on the table.
not many now.
Not many now?
No, I only mess around with a couple things. You know, you got to have, I was very convinced on Roku. I told y'all say he didn't, I told every single one of y'all.
You didn't tell me you told them, though.
I told you, didn't I? I said buy Roku.
You didn't say buy Roku.
You would have
said
had a
you bought
10-bagger,
Roku.
Johnny. Man.
Wait, John, what did he say?
He didn't say to buy Roku. He came in one day and he was like, hey, like I bought some Roku today. And then came in like a month later and was like, hey, I bought some more Roku today.
Yeah, every time I'm like, more.
And then did you tell anyone when you sold it? Did you call
Well,
John?
no one bought it, so I didn't have to tell anyone. I'm not going to call up strangers.
All right, so
But I'm out, so don't take this as financial advice. I don't know if you'll make money. I have no idea. I'm out.
Do you like Roku?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you a user?
not anymore.
Wow!
Not you
wow!
sold, so
You
you
sold
don't
the
use that
stock
more.
and you dumped the
No,
service.
no.
Wow!
Well, hey, that's fair. Hey, if you're not making
wow!
any money,
Didn't like the stock
but-
anymore. Unsubscribed.
No, but
He's like, how
it
do
was
I
built
uninstall
into an
it?
old TV.
You know what people say, right? Like if you
It was
buy,
built into an old TV
listen,
I
they
had.
say
It's
if
not
you
built
buy
into it
if you
anymore.
buy like Nike shoes, you should buy one share of Nike stock. Like invest in the products you use. So what you did was the opposite. You said, "I'm dumping the stock. I'm dumping the service."
Y'all made me my money.
So what do you use for TV now? Maybe I should go run over there.
No, it was built. The real reason why I used it was, and I didn't actually think Roku was the best player in the space from like a kind of platform standpoint. I think there's better ones, like better functionality, but Roku was installed on the TV. I had no choice. Like otherwise I would go out and buy an Apple TV or whatever. So it was already installed. That's why I used it. And that's why I thought a lot of other people were going to use it.
And to be clear, you've sold most of your position, but you still have 5% left.
Someone said I'm bag holding.
Yeah.
I'm bag up. The stock's back up 400.
Yeah.
I'm keeping a little exposure
Why?
because I'm gonna be rich off it. Nah, I left a little bit. I left a little bit in.
It's got like a nice spot in your heart. Your first 10.
Yeah, it's got a little upside.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching that clip of the Best Business Show. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when we go live every weekday, and then head to SoFi.com/pomp so that you can get an account and we can get after it.